Are you contemplating of maybe buying a house sometime in the future, 3 months, 6 months, a year, maybe 2, 3 years from now? If you are, the number one thing that every single person is thinking about when before they even get started with the process is, how much is my mortgage payment going to be? Because at the end of the day, the house can look good, it can smell good, it can have all the amenities, but if you can't afford that monthly payment or it's outside of your budget and stretching you, then all of that was a waste of time. So here's 3 different things that you can do to be able to make sure that you're staying within your payment parameter that best works for your budget. The first thing is, ask yourself, how much am I currently paying right now in rent? Ask yourself, how much are you currently paying right now in rent? And then once you know exactly what that number is, now you need to ask yourself, well, if it's for my house, can I afford an extra 100 from this? An extra 200, 300? A lot of times, especially if you're renting, you get so used to just paying this same set amount every month. And you never really taking the time to even see, like, is that amount actually stretching your budget, or do you have a little flexibility? So you want to make sure, again, just to ask yourself, what am I currently paying in rent right now? And that way now you can kind of have a good idea of exactly what best works for you. Number 2, once you decide and know exactly what you're paying right now per month in rent, now you need to ask yourself, what is the maximum monthly payment that I can afford? What is your maximum monthly payment you can afford on your mortgage for your house? It doesn't have to be exact to the penny, but you need to at least know anywhere from like a $100 to $150, maybe $200 range, $100 to $200 range. But again, at the end of the day, this is up to you to really put a fine-tooth comb to really crunch the numbers, because this is your budget, your house, you're responsible for the payments at the end of the day. Not your agent, not your lender, not your home inspector, not your real estate attorney. You are responsible for that payment at the end of the day. So you really want to make sure you checking to see, what is my maximum monthly payment I can afford? And when you're thinking about that monthly payment, remember, you do have utilities. Some of you all live somewhere where you're paying rent and the utilities are included every month. Well, if you now are leaving a situation like that and going to thinking about buying a home, you need to also budget to see how much utilities can you afford every single month, because that is a big part of housing expenses. Sometimes people just think of just the actual mortgage payment, but there's more than just a mortgage payment. Now, once you know exactly how much you're paying in rent, once you know exactly what's the maximum mortgage payment you can pay, now the third and final thing you need to do is, whenever you're thinking about buying a home, especially if you are even like a year away from thinking about buying, you need to go with a mortgage lender and you need to decide, okay, complete a pre-approval application. And then once you get your pre-approval, the lender's going to send you a note, say, hey, you're pre-approved for $300,000. But $300,000 may take you way beyond your monthly payment budget. A lot of times people see the max purchase price and then they say, okay, so let me start looking for homes for $300,000. Once you get that pre-approval, the next thing you need to ask the lender is, okay, my max monthly payment that I can afford or that's comfortable for you is $1,500 a month. So out of $1,500 a month, now what's my maximum? Now your lender may say, okay, you can buy up to $300,000, but if you're trying to stay at $1,500 a month, you need to be at $240,000 purchase price and $5,000 in property taxes, because that property tax is gonna make a big factor as well in your monthly payment. So again, ask, okay, now that I know what my pre-approval amount is, hey lender, hey Mr. and Miss Lender, what exactly is my max purchase price and my max property tax amount to stay at $1,500 a month? Because now that your lender has all of your financials and all your information, they can crunch the numbers and they can tell you exactly, okay, if this is the monthly payment you want to be at, this is the purchase price you need to have it at. So these are the 3 things that you need to do to really decide and make sure that you're staying within your budget. Because the last thing you want to do is put a home under contract, and then once you get that estimated cash to close and your estimated mortgage payment, now you're like, I can't afford this mortgage payment. And you don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to lose your earnest money as well. So again, I really hope this is helpful for you all. But remember, whether it's 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9, 12 months from now, plan ahead of time and plan accordingly.